Alright, we're back, and I have a new t-shirt. Haq. Haq in Arabic means truth. I love this t-shirt. I love to speak the truth, and I love to correct the falsehood. That is my job. That is what I'm very, very good at doing. Segment number 8, let's listen to our Mufti.
Meaning there can be 10 people in a room, 5 are sick, but 5 won't get sick. We saw it during COVID. You people saw it during COVID. The brother last week explained that how many people in his household got sick and how many didn't become sick. So here Rasulullah, when he said there is no contagion, this is what he meant. He didn't mean the existence of disease. That he never meant. If he meant that, he would never tell you to run away from a leper, firra min al-majzoom, firaraka min al-asad. You would never have said that run away from a leper as you'd run away from a lion. Why would you run away from a lion? Because it will do what? Kill you. Here Rasulullah said, flee from a leper. Leprosy is another name for Hansen's disease. It's a very, very old disease. You know, people die from it. There is cure for that now. This cure for this takes 6 to 12 months, and it takes multiple drugs to cure this. 6 to 12 months. During those days, there were no cure for it. Can you see now? So those people who are negating allopathic medicine, at least they found a cure for it. You get my point? Meaning that...
I get your point, Mr. Mufti. My grandfather, his name was J.M. Khan. He lived in Guyana, South America. And he was very strict. Okay? I don't have many or any memories of my grandfather because I was very small when he passed away. But from what I understand, you know, he was very strict. He won't tolerate garbage. He won't tolerate nonsense. He would take out his belt and beat you. And that's what I want to do to this Mufti. I want to take out my belt and just whack his backside. That's what he deserves. Maybe I'm crossing the line. But anyway, I'm educating you. And hopefully him, if he's smart enough to listen to what I'm talking about. So, here the Mufti talks about the person who had 5, he didn't say that person had 5 members, but he said, okay, maybe a household had 10 members, 5 got sick, 5 didn't got sick, and then he mentioned one guy, didn't mention the guy's name, that some of his family members got sick and some didn't get sick. And what he's saying, what is occurred is the will of Allah. It happened because of the permission of Allah. Okay? So what I'm telling you, what has occurred here has nothing to do with the permission of Allah. That is wrong. Now, I'm gonna give you more information right now. Now, what's happening is that our body, the natural detoxification process, what I call natural body detoxing, happens 4 times per year. There's a cycle. December, January, March, April, June, July, September, October, and then it starts over. So it skips 1 month. So December, January, February off, March, April, May off, June, July, August off, September, October, November off, and then it starts back in December. That is the natural cycle. And what does that tell you? That follows what? The 4 seasons. So do you see where the brainwashing is coming in when you get change of season, that people get sick? That is indirectly what's happening. The change of season triggers the cycling, but the body's automatically cycled to that. But what's happening is actually because of all this garbage technology and Wi-Fi and all that, it's changing your circadian rhythm. It's changing your natural body cycling and throwing timing off. Okay? So it doesn't mean that you cannot get sick in February or in May or in August or November. No. You can still get sick. And you can hear people coughing in the audio. They're stage 2. There's stage 2. In segment 6, if you listen carefully, you can hear the people coughing in the background. And in other segments, you can hear somebody coughing. There's stage 2. Now this video, this audio from the Mufti was posted September 6, if I remember correctly, September 6, okay? But anyway, in September. And what does that tell you? September is the month that people will naturally detox. And that is the time that you see your MSM, mainstream media garbage, and your health ministers speaking their garbage of variants and all these convids, okay, those garbage viruses, which I'm going to go a little bit more detail as we progress, but they're speaking their garbage, they're fear-mongering, and creating all these fake variants during those times. And that's the time that you see all the numbers going up. Why? Because people are stupid. They get fever and they're brainwashed to go to their doctor, and the doctor is also brainwashed to give them a COVID test, and you're positive. Go home and quarantine. All this stupid garbage stuff. It's all garbage. And when you read my book, you'll get that garbage out of your head, and you will have no fear of sickness. You will remove that fear of sickness. So anyway, I'm getting off in a tangent here. So let's get back to this. So the Mufti mentioned that 5 people, let's say 5 members got sick and 5 did not. That was at the beginning of the month. What about at the end of the month? Did you go back and ask those people, did the other 5 get sick as well? Did you follow up? What about in October? Now what you have to understand is that, let's say me, my wife, and I have 3 children, 5 of us. We all live in the same household. We drink the same water. We eat the same food. We're living in the same house. We breathe the same air. Our detox cycling will be very close to each other. Maybe I will start, then my wife, then my daughter, then my other daughter, then my son. Has nothing to do with my friend coming to the house and spreading any disease or anything or any contagion into this house. No, it does not. We all will detox. And everybody in the whole city will detox. You know, if you go to the mosque during those times, or the masjid I should say, I shouldn't use this word mosque, or the church, or your synagogue, or your temple, wherever you're going to pray, listen. Close your eyes and listen. How many people sniffling or coughing with a runny nose, all that stuff? You understand? It would be very common. And then after the cycling is done, you don't see anybody. You don't hear any coughing. You don't hear any runny nose. It's very quiet. Connect the dots. Actually, what I say in my health book, what I tell people is you make a diary. So in my house, I will have a diary, and anytime I have fever and I go through my natural detox, I will record when. I will record how long was the fever, the duration, the stage 1, stage 2, what were my symptoms, coughing, runny nose, how long that lasted. I would list out all the details. When it happens to my wife, I would list those details, the date, timing, all the details. And then what will happen is that, remember, 4 times a year, the log, the diary will start to get accumulated. So after 5 years, now you can work with that data. You can analyze and look back and see, hey, every year from January 15 to January 30th, we all get sick. So we will not plan any family vacations during that time. Why doesn't the health teachers teach you this? Why doesn't your health minister teach you this? Why don't the doctors tell you to make a diary? Because if you do, you're going to start to connect the dots, and you're going to start to see a pattern, and you're going to start to question your doctor and the medical establishment. And they don't want you to do that, because they need to sell you their garbage medication. They're They're non-electrical medication, which is not compatible for our body. They're making trillions on that medication. Do you think they want to stop? Do you think they're not doing it for profits? They don't care about your health. Simple as that. That's why Dr. Paul said, don't get sick. Okay? But we are all designed to get sick. And this is mercy from God. This is mercy. And I'll explain about that mercy a little bit later. Okay? Now anyway, so it is clear by listening to his own words that this Mufti has no understanding of plagues. And even if you go back to the beginning and you listen to this whole lecture that he's giving you, not a single time, and we're not done, you're listening to the whole thing, will he ever mention the word plague. Okay? So he has no understanding of plagues, and by who causes that plague. And what caused the plague? His mental issue, his mental capacity is corrupted. His brain is corrupted. His thought process is corrupted. And to make the claims that leprosy or Hansen disease can be cured by treatments in 6 to 12 months by medical doctors is pure sacrilege. Disgusting, Mr. Mufti. Shame on you. Shame on you. This is your knowledge is corrupted because of who you take as your advisors. I tried to educate you along the way. What did you do? Grandmaster Ali doesn't know anything. He's just a kid from Malaysia doing his herbs. As you say, I don't do herbs. I don't know where you get this stupid thing in your head that I'm doing herbs. So it tells me you don't read anything that I sent to you. You said you're Mr. Fast, Smart, Super Fast Reader. BS. Anyway. So, doctors treat nothing. Doctors cannot cure leprosy. Only the person who inflicted the leprosy to the person, which is God Almighty, will remove the leprosy. To say the person has leprosy is saying he did not, and if the doctors can cure that disease, then the person did not have leprosy. He had something different. Do you understand? Separate the truth and falsehood. This is why you got to learn to start to think. Think in your head, connect the dots, but you need the right source of knowledge, which is me, God's gift to humanity. As you said, Mr. Mufti, I am God's gift to humanity. I am your source of right knowledge. Read my materials, get my courses, learn the truth. And if this Mr. Mufti doesn't want to, whoever you are listening to this, you do it. Get my material, learn the truth, and teach others, so we don't listen to garbage advice from Muftis. So this is the reason why this Mufti is misguided, because he has chosen as his advisors doctors. That is his mistake. I'm telling you, Mr. Mufti, why you have failed, because of the people that you are asking questions to. Go back and look at all the posts I sent to you, my private messages to you. I've always said, ask me questions. You've never once asked me questions. All you said, brother, send me whatever you have. Send me. And I did. And that led nowhere. So, and why does he support allopathic medicine? This is the most stupidest thing he could say. that medicine is non-electrical and non-compatible with our bodies. As I posted the video with Dr. Paul, the medical system is a hoax. Medical system is a hoax. So why do you want to support that medicine? Why do you concur that allopathic medicine that we should give credit to? No, you should not. God's medicine is the best medicine. As a Mufti, you should be advising your students, trust in God, not trust in the doctor. There's a time when you need a doctor and a time when you do not need a doctor. You need to learn the difference. So I'm not done yet with this Mufti. Just getting started. Okay, this is just segment 8. We have 17 segments. Okay, this is like halfway point. Let's go to segment 9.